and that you should know that. So now let me hop into what I think could lie ahead for the next few months and how the cycle could end up playing out. And basically there's three possible scenarios that I see. One is that the 4-year cycle still remains in play. I think at this point in time, this is the one I'm leaning towards the most. And if that ends up playing out, well, then that's the best one to be prepared for, because this one would mean that the cycle could top somewhere in December or in January. Then we have the possibility of an extended cycle, which could run into sometime the middle of next year. So if there is a lengthening cycle at play and each cycle extends by 5 or 6 months, then we might be looking at May, June, July for a potential cycle peak top and an extended cycle. I think this would be the second scenario if the first one gets invalidated. And obviously that makes sense too, because the first one would mean we peak around December or January. If that doesn't work, depending on how the cycle plays out in the next few weeks and months, then the second alternative would be a potential extended cycle. And then obviously the third and most unlikely scenario is that we are currently in a bear market. Obviously, I completely do not think this is the case, but let's look at the possibility just as a very low chance alternative. Okay, so what we have here is the logarithmic chart of Bitcoin on a weekly time frame. It's the Bitstamp chart, so all the way back to 2012, and you can see we're in a very nice channel over here. So just to explain this chart really quickly, the three vertical red lines are the halvings, 2012, 2016, and 2020. Then obviously you can see at the massive runs that happened, the massive bull markets after the individual halvings over here. So massive run, massive run, massive run. And then we had the mid-cycle sell-off so far in all three cycles, in 2013, in 2017, and now in 2021. You can see there was a mid-cycle sell-off before a massive blow-off top and an extension. Massive blow-off top. And what we are about to witness, in my opinion, if this repeats, is a massive blow-off top in the next few months. Now, scenario number one is basically that there is a 4-year cycle that is in play. You can see the peak in Bitcoin in the 2013 cycle was at the end of November 2013. Then in 2017, 4 years later, on the 17th of December 2017. So just a little bit more than 4 years, 4 years and 2 weeks, approximately 4 years and 3 weeks, something like that. So if the 4-year cycle repeats, and this is at the moment still my likely scenario, that would mean that in mid to late December of this year, maybe even early of January, we could see a peak in Bitcoin and then followed by altcoins in the same scenario that happened in 2017. So if that is going to play out, obviously what we would be seeing in the next less than 3 months is a massive parabolic blow off top for Bitcoin. And if this channel is anything to go by, you can see over here 2 touch points. If we were to reach that, you can see that could be almost $300,000 on Bitcoin in the next few months. It sounds crazy. I know we're only at 58,000 now, but maybe if we get a Bitcoin ETF, maybe if things just go absolutely crazy. The supply balance on exchanges is super low. People have been scooping it up. So maybe we get an insane blow of top in the next few months. And that would be the 4-year cycle. So this scenario, basically how it plays out is if things go absolutely parabolic and by middle December, we're trading at over 200,000 or around $200,000 Bitcoin, then I think this scenario is the likely one where we might see a peak in December of this year or January of 2022, followed by an altcoin boom a few weeks later, and then another big crash back down potentially to the 200-week moving average over the next 12 months or so. Scenario number 2 is the extended cycle or the lengthening cycle, and this is a possibility. Like I said, it was my second scenario. So let's just say for whatever reason, if we don't get a parabolic blow of top in the next 3 months or less, and Bitcoin still hasn't really broken above maybe 70 or 80,000 and it's still kind of chilling there, then there is the possibility that the 4-year cycle isn't in play anymore and we might see an extended cycle. So why this is a possibility is from the 2012 halving to the 2013 top, that was about 1 year. So let's just call it 12 months for easy math. Okay, 12 months between halving and cycle peak top in Bitcoin. Then the second cycle in 2017, from the halving in 2016 till the peak of Bitcoin at the end of 2017 was just about 18 months, okay, to keep it easy. So 6 months longer from halving to peak. So given that the halving was in May 2020, if there is a lengthening cycle where every single cycle, every 4 years, the cycle extends by about 6 months, well, then we'd basically be looking at around May, maybe June, July of 2022 before we get our blow off peak top to 300,000. And that is a possibility. And so you can see over here, I basically have projected 2 scenarios. If we get our blow off top by December, in blue it would be more steep and it would just kind of go straight up. If we get an extended cycle and maybe only the blow off top in around May of next year, well, then it might be more like the red. We might run up to who knows, somewhere between 80 and 120,000, have a mini pullback and everybody might think it's done. Maybe we drop back down to 70 or 60,000 and then we continue to get our blow off top somewhere around May. That is a possibility. And then what we have, the third and least likely scenario, is that we are already in a bear market, that this top was the top. We're now seeing a complacency rally or a bull trap, and from here we're just going to go back down. And you know, I don't think that's a possibility given all the bullish news, the on-chain data, the previous cycle data, everything that I've just shown you. But of course, we have to acknowledge it. You can never say something is impossible. So even if there's, who knows, maybe a 1% chance that it is a possibility, you still have to account for it within your risk management plan. So you can never just go all in and be like, hey, well, either way, Bitcoin is going up by December or by May. Maybe it doesn't. What if there's a 1% chance that something happens, the stock markets crash, and the whole crypto market crashes, and instead of having one of these two scenarios, as unlikely as it is, maybe what happens if we drop back down first and then end up only going up like that? Okay, so I don't think this is likely at all. I think there's a very tiny chance that this would play out, but consider it in a worst case scenario. What would happen? Are you able to withstand that drop? Would it freak you out? And so on and so forth. So again, don't think scenario number 3 is the most likely. Scenario number 1, still the 4-year cycle, is my most preferred right now. We will only know as this plays out over the next few weeks, the next couple months, if that is indeed looking to be likely. If not, then we would be looking at an extended cycle somewhere in the middle of next year. And you know, the most unlikely scenario would be a bear market, which I don't think this is the case. So I think we are in for the most exciting part of this cycle in the next few months. Q4 is historically bullish. There is a lot of excitement. And I think we're going to see some crazy things in the next few weeks, the next few months. So I am very excited for that. Of course, I will be sharing this every step of the way with members of Intelligent Cryptocurrency. I'll be in the Discord daily. We're providing updates, as market updates, monthly newsletter, monthly updates. I'm going to be sharing more videos and tutorials and all that in the members area. So if you are watching this and you haven't joined us yet as a member, there's still a very short period of time before the doors close. Come and join us. Like I said, there is a 60-day money-back guarantee. So even if you sign up right now, there's literally no risk. You can join us, you can get access to the community and all the information. And if you don't like it within 60 days, let us know. You can get a full refund. But if you wait until after the doors close, you're not going to be able to join. You're not going to be able to get access to that info. And I'm going to be slowing down a little bit here on the public content too. So hopefully I will see you inside Intelligent Cryptocurrency. But if not, I wish you all the best for the remainder of the bull run. I hope you make fantastic profits. Remember, emotions are very bad investment advisors, right? Don't rely on emotions to make decisions. Have your plan ready before it happens and stick to that plan. Stick to removing your initial capital when the markets go up. Take profits on the way up as it goes up. And if things hit your target and you have life-changing gains, don't let your emotions of greed and FOMO talk you out of selling and changing your life, paying off your house, buying a new house, moving, paying off your debt, whatever it is that crypto allows you to do. If you are in that position to do so, be smart. Okay, there will always be future market opportunities, but if you have life-changing gains and you don't act on it and that disappears again, it is a really bad situation. So what happened in the last cycle at the end of 2017, so many people had life-changing gains, absolutely incredible. They had portfolios worth millions of dollars, and all of that evaporated in the bear market because they didn't sell or they didn't take profits at all, and even worse, end up with less than they started with. That is how I think it's going to go again in this cycle. There's going to be a lot of people who buy the top or have life-changing gains, who get greedy, who think it's going to go up forever. They don't take profits, they don't remove initial, and they end up in a very, very bad position in the bear market. Don't let that happen to you. Of course, if you are with us inside the members area, you'll get that guidance all the way along every single day. So thanks for watching, guys. Smash that like button, share this video far and wide, and I will see you in the next video.